What's up? Welcome back. I'm John Stark, back to MovieGuy.com, if you're a blind film critic, and today we're going to do Fallout Season 2, Episode 7. Uh, I actually, did we cover everybody in this episode? I feel like we did, because we combined storylines, so people are now in the same pathway. Yeah, Norm is here, and the uprising from the people against him, they continue to sort of bash him, and he's now worried about the future of his vault, but there's nothing he can do because the bad guys that he woke up are keep knocking him unconscious. He does become conscious long enough to send a message out calling for Lucy, who may get the message. As we see later on, I'm jumping around, but he's got the least screen time, so I'm just starting with him. Um, yeah, he's trying to get back into the game. I don't know, the least amount of stuff that. So, uh, who else? We do go into the other vaults, and the deal was made, and Stephanie gets the box that she needs. I guess we didn't really see the the snack budget committee, but they were the people who I guess didn't appear in this. Um, but she makes the trade and agrees that they'll have water, and Stephanie gets this box, and we wait, and she's got this wedding coming up to a guy who does not want to marry her and knows her secrets and knows that the guy is missing and found the glasses in the garbage disposal. So, and finds her ID. Now, the first time the audio description mentioned the ID, I don't think it mentioned Canadian, but that became like a huge thing. So apparently, like, we do not like Canadians in Fallout. I don't remember this from the video games, but Canadians are not popular. And she escaped a concentration camp and was like the lone survivor of one. Like, she was escaping with a couple people, and the other ones got blown up. And she managed to escape and work her way down. And her, it doesn't say it's her mom, but it probably is. It tells her to keep working her way south and to get as far south as she can and survive. So she does, and she works her way. We see her running into Cooper in the past as Cooper is getting rid of Hank's drunk body. And she's like, I don't know, a maid at a hotel or something. And she's like, how could I? She recognizes Cooper from all the billboards. And she's like, how can I get into a vault? How can I? He's like, well, they're not all cracked up to be. I think the better thing is to try to hope for that we'll never need them. And she's like, well, I'd rather, get into a vault. So how can I get a job for Vault Tech? And he points to Hank and is like, I don't know, ask him. But he's passed out. So I guess she took him off to ask him. Uh, so, yeah, so she travels off with Hank's body. And then in the present, we work up to her wedding, and nope, that's not going to happen because do you take this? Nope. So he makes a stand, tells everybody about his suspicions, and she runs and goes and hides in her little office and locks the door, and the crowd's banging against it. So it's like, what's she gonna do? She also clearly knows a lot more and has a plan, but we don't really know what it is because she has nobody to share it with. Because I guess whoever was in on it. It's funny that there are, all of these dark plans that are happening from people who are keeping secrets. We don't know what the secrets are, but I guess we'll find out in future seasons of Fallout. Like the people who have plans for Norm's fault. You know what I'm saying? Like there are all these people who just, there's something that's still yet. So Cooper, the ghoul, finds Maximus and Thaddeus, and so the three of them plus Dogmeat head off, and the ghoul notices that Maximus is carrying cold fusion, and asks him, where to get it, what's he planning on doing with it, and Maximus is not going to give it to Lucy because she's a good person, and the ghoul backs off. Thaddeus keeps asking the ghoul all these like ghoul things because they're ghouls now. And he's like, yeah, this is normal, right? And he has it's described as being like a mouth on his chest with, like an open mouth with teeth, like lips and a teeth on his chest. He's like, this is normal, right? And the ghoul just doesn't answer. It's just kind of like, I don't know, man. Like, that can't be normal. So, um, so something different is happening with Thaddeus. Unfortunately, there's got to be a reason why the ghoul has lasted as long as he has, and everyone else keeps turning feral, and Thaddeus hasn't figured out what the magic to that is. So when they get to Vegas, they have to take a little bit of a detour because Cooper's going to take them to get armor. He has his old armor from back in the day. He knows where he kept it, so it won't be on the tracking system that the others have. They won't be able to find him, but they have to have it for Death Claws to be able to fight off Death Claws. So he lets Maximus have his armor and trades it for cold fusion. He's like, sometimes in order to do something good, you have to give, uh, you need a really bad person. And he talks about how he learned from the one person who ever won anything in Vegas that you have to stack the deck in your favor. So he's clearly got plans, and we'll see how they come to fruition. He does put the cold fusion chip in to a device later on, and we keep seeing flashbacks to Cooper's past, and is talking about giving that cold fusion thing to the president. And the lady who I thought was only going to be in one episode and talks very like dryly to him, she's in this episode trying to negotiate the transfer of the cold fusion thing to the president. So that's what's happening. There is a death claw that Maximus is like ready to fight. And they pass through this town, like everybody's really excited to see Maximus in his suit. Thaddeus can't go with him though, because Thaddeus' arm falls off. So they leave Thaddeus behind. Thaddeus is not long for this world, I guess. So Cooper slash the ghoul, the only ghoul right now, heads off with Maximus to find Lucy and to free Cooper's family, presumably. Meanwhile, Lucy's been dealing with her dad the whole time and reckoning with, what she just saw, and so she's asking him questions about how the mind control works, the little boxes, and learns that it gives them dementia, basically, like wipes their memory. And he's like, this dial here controls how much of it. So when she has the opportunity to see the ranger, who was one of the two people presented new to her, there was like the legionnaire and the ranger's like serving them dinner. She asks him, like, do you remember me? And he's like, oh yeah, from earlier. She's like, no, we met on the hill where you lived for 25 years. Do you remember any of that? And Hank seems a little nervous by these questions, and the guy doesn't remember it. And Lucy realizes that they've lost who they were completely. They've just become empty vessels for whatever her dad wants them to be. That in order for him to achieve this state, he has removed everything that they've ever known. So it's not just that he's made them into good people, he has erased who they were. So, so she pretends to help him with the cooking, and there was a scene earlier where she was about to turn off. She asked how she turns off the system. So there's a computer thing down in the basement that she would have to shut off. And he's like, we'll take the golf cart. And there was a little cute father-daughter, him teaching his daughter how to drive thing. So she's learning how to drive a golf cart for the first time. So she repeats that after she handcuffs her dad to the oven in his room, and then leaves to go presumably shut off the computer and turn all of these mind erased people free, set them free. When she opens the door to go into the room, though, is about the same time that Norm is sending out his message, and trying to get Lucy to help him as he gets attacked one more time and knocked unconscious. And she walks into the room, and there's the dead head, like a decapitated head of of s- someone from the past who I forgot. I think it's the I didn't get the connection, but it's somebody's head from the past. So I think it's the one who was with Cooper trying to get the deal done. And there are all these tubes that are like running into her head, and it sounded really gory, gross and gory. And at the same time, the ghoul's trying to do something with cold fusion, and it launches up this computer system. So the uh, rich old guy that he was talking to in Vegas pops up on the screen as like, "Hello, old friend." Um, so yeah, we're building to a climax, season finale next week. We'll see what happens. Who lives, who dies, who tells their story? Will we write off any characters? I think Thaddeus is. He's gonna either transform into something. We didn't follow up on mutants, so mutants could come back into play here. They could save Thaddeus. Thaddeus could become their ghoul vessel, the same way they saved um, Cooper. So that's possible. But I don't know. We'll see. Stephanie's backstory was kind of interesting, and I kind of felt bad for her, just because we get real no context as to why we hate Canada so much. Just like nothing. I don't know. It's also weird. Like, see, sometimes we make things and they work out in favor of the political landscape, and then people think like a film like One Battle After Another is like targeted. It's like One Battle would have opened this year regardless of how an election went. So if you feel like it's targeted, it may not have made any sense. Fallout's going the other way. Fallout is we have this conflict with Canada, and Fallout's just kind of stoking that. But Fallout was already being shot and made long before those arguments back and forth went. So this is just the lore of Fallout. This is just where Fallout is. So it's interesting how things just kind of peter out and end up where they end up. Anyway, check out Fallout and let me know what you think. Are you enjoying it? Who do you hope dies? We're always talking about who we hope lives, survives the finale, but who do you hope dies? If one of these main characters died in the finale, who would it be? Who are you tired of seeing? um, for me, I just feel bad for Norm. I want Norm to win. I want Norm to knock out his all these guys that are attacking him and just win. I don't know. I just want Norm to reclaim. So he had to deal with um, Brain on a Roomba, and now So it'd be nice for Norm to have a win at the end of the season. So that would mean killing off all the people who are currently holding him hostage. Um, but let me know what your thoughts are. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the other side.